We're less than 2 weeks away from Watches and Wonders, and I wanted to take some time and document my predictions for what I think Tudor will be releasing there. I normally consume this type of video, but this is the first time that I make predictions, and I thought it'd be fun to see how right or wrong I am at the end of the day. So here they are. With it being Tudor's 100-year anniversary, I think there'll be a lot of new product updates announced. But for me, and this is selfish, I really do think that my first prediction is that they'll be updating the Pelagos line pretty substantially. So first off, the Pelagos line, the standard line that has the bracelet, doesn't have a GMT. I've seen rumors that they will add it. I think that's one that I'm pretty confident in because the FXD line has a GMT, the Black Bay line has a GMT, the Black Bay Pro is a GMT itself, and then the BB58 got a GMT that's master chronometer certified. So I think it's time for the Pelagos line to have a GMT itself. So I think that's one that we'll for sure see. And then I think in general, and I don't know that I've seen this on other videos, but I think with the release of the Ultra and some of the design updates they made to the dial for that watch, I think it would be smart for them to just bring those down to the sort of aging standard models as well. So like the black, the blue, and the left-hand drive, those haven't seen updates. So if they did some design updates to the dials, added the MEDAS certified movements, I think that would help just give everyone a reason to buy those standard Pelagos, going forward, and just standardize the whole lineup. And then to round out my predictions, I think them adding either a blue or some other color to the smaller 39, I think makes a lot of sense. It fits a lot more people's wrists, and that would just give them a new product without really having to do more R&D and just really introduce a new color. So yeah, so on the Pelagos line, new GMTs, just updated movements and potentially dials to the standard Pelagos, and then potentially a new color for the 39, but maybe no updates for the movement. So that's my updates on the Pelagos line. So next up, and this is another selfish prediction that I want to happen, but I'm not exactly sure. I think I'd give it like a 70%, maybe 80% of it coming to fruition, but it's them re-releasing the big block. I know that's another thing that I've seen is that it's the 50 years of the big block. They made that watch, a new version of that watch with an unreleased movement for a charity in 2023. Granted, it was solid gold, but normally when they do something like that, then we'll see it come to consumers. So personally, from what I could see, I know that version was a 42 millimeter. If they are able to stay truer to this 1970s style, I think I saw a lug to lug of 47.5 or 48.1 millimeters. If they could hit that and keep the case a little smaller or thinner than what their current Black Bay Chrono is, I think that would sell a lot better. The hesitation I have though is I know that the Tudor Black Bay Chronos are very popular models, especially the special editions or like the Daring collection. So like you have the Inter Miami or like Flamingo Pink, and then you've got like the teal variant out there as well. Those are still very highly sought after watches and hard to get watches. So I don't know if they would release the big block, given that it seems like there's still demand for those. You can readily and easily get the standard Black Bay Chronos. I haven't seen them sort of dip in demand or supply. I mean, when you go to the AD, I see them all the time. So I don't know that the supply has been dwindling and them release a whole new chronograph model, unless they were to somehow further differentiate it and call it something completely different and not have the Black Bay name. But yeah, that's the only hiccup I see in them releasing that, is that I haven't seen the demand or the supply of the chronos, existing chronos, go down. But selfishly, if they are able to reduce that lug to lug, make it thinner, I think for me it'd be a lot more wearable of a watch. So that's where I put it in like a 70, maybe 80% they'll release that watch. And my last prediction is, I think it's more of a just product updates in general that I think they'll make, but I think that they will make updates to the Black Bay line. So I think specifically you have the Black Bay 58 in blue that hasn't been updated to have that new Medas movement, and then like be able to have the standard 5-link on it if you wanted it that way. So I think they'll make updates, smaller updates like that. And then it would be interesting, and I would love this if they updated the regular 41 Black Bay to also have a blue. They released it on the 68 with the black bezels, so that'd be nice if they had even more color options in the standard Black Bay size. And then on the Black Bay 54 side, I know they released the Lagoon version, which I really liked, but I think other people didn't really like the mirror finish on it. So it'd be interesting if they were to release like another fun color like they do with the chronos, like the pink and the teal. But maybe if they introduce like a pink or something like it with like a black bezel or something that more closely matched that color rather than the mirror finish. I think that would be a win in that perspective. And then at the 80, I don't know if it's because it's not that popular of a model, but the normal like Black Bay steel and gold, I think I saw Adrian Barker post a prediction that the Black Bay 54 getting the two-tone treatment would be nice. I think that the steel and gold, the normal size, I haven't really seen them, so I'm not sure if that's something that will get updated as well. That'd be really cool to see them like redo that. And selfishly, I don't like the riveted bracelet, but if they could do a steel and gold with the 5-link, I think that would be really cool and would look really nice and professional, and also be like a dressier watch than just offering the steel and gold on their traditional 3-link bracelet. I guess put me down for a prediction there that they'll release a steel and gold Black Bay with the 5-link bracelet. And that could be either the standard Black Bay or the 54 like Adrian said, but I think that would be a really interesting watch for them to release with the two-tone 5-link bracelet. I think it would look really nice and would probably appeal to a different type of person that wanted something a little flashier but doesn't want to spend, you know, the 35 or 40 grand on the all gold Black Bay. So those are my overall predictions. Again, it's really around the Pelagos line getting a full-on refresh, the big block being introduced, although I'd give that a 70% chance given it's the current chrono's popularity, and then just overall small tweaks to the existing Black Bay line. So like maybe adding colors or updating movements to the Medas movements, giving other models the 5-link so you don't have to go out and purchase that yourself. But yeah, it's like I said, it's my first time doing this. I'm just as in the dark as all of you are, so it'll be interesting to see what actually gets announced. But thank you for following this channel. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And then if you like this video, or if you want to see me do other sorts of videos along the watch industry, please let me know. Thanks for watching.